Welcome back, everybody. This is Eric here with Iraq Veteran 8888. All right, we got a shipment in from Smith & Wesson. This is their new 22 Magnum that uses their really awesome tempo system, which is a unique gas-operated floating chamber lock breech kind of weird hybrid sort of thing. Really cool stuff. This is a 30-round magazine on this particular gun, so we got 30 rounds of 22 Magnum. They also make this gun in a 5.7 by 28. We have that gun as well. We'll be doing a video on before too long. Really nice, slim, lightweight little pistol. We're gonna shoot it for you some and show this thing off. Big thanks to Smith & Wesson for providing this particular example for us to show off for you here on the channel. Generally, if something new comes out, lots of times they'll send us stuff so that we can show off for you and everything like that. So big thanks to them for keeping us in some cool stuff to show y'all. Nice, slim little gun, look at that. Really cool stuff. All right, let's check it out. 30 round magazine, really cool. We got some Hornady 30 grain VMAX ammo. All right, let's see how she runs. Boy, this thing is light. Even with 30 rounds in the mag, it hardly weighs anything. All right. It's like the Wizard of Oz. I'm trying to catch y'all off guard here in this intro. I hit it a few times, it just didn't go off. That 22 Magnum just does not have the energy to knock those plates down. Those poppers are just like, nope, nope, nope. All right, cool stuff. Now that was just a little 30 grain bullet, so that probably doesn't have quite the carrying energy. Here we have some CCI A22 Magnum. This is a 35 grain copper plated hollow point. Let's take out a few of our soda pops there. Man, the trigger on this gun is phenomenal. It is just so nice. It breaks so nice and crisp, and very, very fine trigger. Let me check my point of aim here, make sure this thing is shooting where I want it to. All right, we're gonna take out some sodas here, but first I might try to knock those poppers down right there in the back. Got to hit them right at the top. There you go. I was trying to get that bullet right at the top of the plate. All right, let's see how these soft points do against these sodas here. Little 22 Magnum. Wow. The only thing about this gun being a 22 Magnum is that even when you hit the steel, it doesn't ring very loud. That little bullet just kind of pulverizes and loses a lot of its power, so you don't really hear that steel ringing quite so loud. This gun does have a cut for a slide rider, a little thin slide rider if you want to put a red dot on it. And gosh, it's light as heck. Super, super lightweight. And the grip is a little bit fat in terms of the width of the grip, or I guess the length of the grip. The width is pretty nice. It's almost like a 1911 or something like that in terms of the angle. Not too bad. And it does have a manual safety that can be actuated from either side of the pistol. Really cool stuff. It's so interesting to see what Smith & Wesson is doing with some of their more recent designs that they've come out with. Now, look, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and just attack the bull in the room right now, okay? Because I know what you're thinking, because I'm thinking the same thing. Well, doesn't Kel-Tec make the PMR 30? Like, what is this gun to me versus what the Kel-Tec PMR 30 is? I mean, the PMR 30 was not without their teething issues, you know, kind of early on, but at the same time, I mean, can you justify spending the extra money on the Smith & Wesson over the Kel-Tec? You know, I guess that just comes down to a point of personal preference. I think this is a fine pistol, and I do like the optics mounting platform. I will say the trigger on this gun is probably a little bit better than the Kel-Tec. Not a huge margin better, but certainly better. The magazines are equally tedious to load as the Kel-Tec and everything like that, but I do like the sights. I like how they went with that high vis day sight up front and a nice Novak style cut in the rear with just a real, you know, basic deep slot with good serrations on the back of the sight itself. And I like the way that they put that kind of little border cut on top for glare. And plus it just gives it kind of a interesting custom kind of look, which is nice. You do have a rail system, so you can put all of your varieties of different gadgets and whatnot on there, which is kind of cool. This gun shipped with 2 magazines. Chad is loading the other magazines for me real quick because he's such a stellar gentleman here. All right, we're going to shoot some Winchester Varmint high velocity. This is 30 grain ammo here in the 22 Magnum. This uses a tipped bullet. Let's give it a try. All right, little gun is not running bad in terms of reliability. I'm real happy with that. It's got a great trigger. This gun does use an internal hammer. I guess similar to like the EZ series. Those guns have fantastic triggers, and I've always liked them. And I'm glad that they're using a very similar type of thing for this, which is fantastic. And the tempo system seems to be working really well. It's very reliable. The gun was starting to heat up a little bit, and we were getting a little bit of long-range stringing down at 50 yards, but gosh, I mean, at 50 yards, that's kind of a long way to shoot this gun, but let's have some fun, okay? Here's our Winchester high-velocity varmint ammo. Let's give it a try. Oh yeah, it's accurate. I mean, come on! Get down! I'm very pleased with that accuracy, very pleased. We're connecting with those gongs, it's just not falling over. A 22 mag just ain't got the juice to knock over that big old piece of steel. So far, in terms of accuracy out of this particular pistol, that Winchester's is pretty freaking accurate stuff. I'm very impressed with that. Followed closely by the A22. All right, now, this is the load that I really want to know what this is going to do. This is the 40 grain Spear Gold Dot personal protection ammunition. All right, 30 rounds of hollow point gold dots, the 22 Magnum, baby. Here we go. I'll tell you what, look, I'm gonna unload the pistol. Chamber's clear. Here's the mag. All right, I'm gonna grab a couple of watermelons. Okay, intermission, a watermelon intermission, okay? We put a few watermelons out. We have one lonely soda left. I'm gonna launch a few of these gold dots here and see if we can take out some fleshy targets. I'll get my point of aim down here on a couple of pieces of steel, and we're gonna take out these fleshy targets here. 40 grain bullet and a gold dot. Failure to feed there, huh? Boy, shoots right where it's looking, that's for sure. A little more weight on that plate. I hit that plate in the head 3 times and it didn't knock it over. Okay, we're gonna take out our sodas and watermelon here. It's 40 grain Spear Gold Dot out of 22 Magnum here. Oh boy. Woo, baby. Anytime you get watermelons involved is always a good day, no matter how you run it. My take on this particular gun is that it's an extremely well-made gun. I mean, for one thing, you're getting a Smith & Wesson no matter what. So no matter what way the cookie crumbles, you're getting good Smith & Wesson quality. Obviously, reliability is pretty on top with about everything we put through it. We were able to test it with a variety of ammunition. We brought what we had in terms of ammo variety. But all in all, I am not personally a huge fan of the PMR 30 from the get-go. That's just me. I'm more of a 5.7 kind of guy. You know, if I'm going to run a 22 bore gun, I'd prefer the 5.7 over a 22 Magnum. However, they make this gun in 5.7 by 28, and it's pretty much the exact same gun. So if you want the 5.7, that is available. I don't think the capacity is quite the same in terms of what it holds, but pretty cool experiment to be able to you know, check a gun like this out. I think it's worth looking at. I would like to see a gun like this maybe in 22 long rifle as well. You know, if they could have a gun very similar size to this in terms of the grip, maybe a little bit shorter barrel, kind of like the EZs, have that nice slim profile with that short little barrel on it. It'd be cool to have a 22 that holds about 30 or 40 rounds with a little mag that sticks out of the bottom or something. Personally, I would find that maybe a little bit more useful. Throw a suppressor on it, make it a blowback. Basically take the M&P22 compact and marry it with this, with the magazine capacity, and be able to have a, you know, semi-auto 22 long rifle with a little short barrel. You can put a can on it, have lots of capacity, especially with this trigger. This trigger is a little bit better than the M&P compact, the 22 compact. So, it's something to think about, Smith & Wesson. Hook a brother up. Make me something crazy like that. That'd be cool. Anyway, big thanks to Smith for sending this particular gun out. I really enjoyed shooting it. Thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. I know there's just a few mags out of the gun. Look, it's the middle of July, y'all. It's hot as Hades out here, and I'm gonna melt, okay? Y'all have yourselves a good day. Many more videos on the way. We'll see you soon. I'm kidding, I'm not gonna melt.